game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my gang. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Cleveland Browns. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
They start the drive with Cook. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a... That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Here we go, here we go.
They go play action with Hurts. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play that time for Cleveland. 66 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Another try after the first down sack.
Hurts, and that's caught left side by the tight end Keene.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Throwing is Hurts.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And his kick here is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead.
Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff and field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. Powering forward. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. This one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Ready.
On 2nd and 7, Hurts. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front. Point after try forthcoming. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try for the first with Walker. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
After the sack on first down, Hurts. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Come back team. Come back team. Seven Pirates.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to let it go again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
40 yards on the ground for it now on 9 carries.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Again, it's Walker. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And some space here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
But you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go as we eke closer, and especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
A gain there of 21 yards. He's been the forgotten man in this first half, not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. The Browns at 8-2 on the year. And they come in off a loss last time out, but still in the midst of a great season. Winners of 8 of their last 10.
And last week they took one on the chin, but to me, this is a pretty resilient bunch. So I don't think they'll dwell too much on that loss. They'll be looking to come out in this one and make amends right now.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Hurts. Steps away to his left. And Cook has it, left side. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. He's got Njoku over the middle. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. On 2nd down, Cook. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Madden 60. Mustang 19.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
On the check. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Hey, smash Bronco. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Right back to Cook for another completion. And he is going to have a Browns first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
there, right there. Have the streak, have the streak. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Second and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3?
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Hurt.
Back to throw again.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
19 White. Check contact. Cut 19. 7 Pirates. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. Being chased out left.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will take the lead at 13-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 25 yards that time.
That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann? It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. 1 second, all that remains. The final shot before the break for Herbert. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down 2